Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I am Mr. Blast and today we are taking a look at another Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition toy line. We're going to be looking at the Automorphin Battle Pack. I picked this up not too long ago and I figured it'd be much easier just to get all of these guys in one pack. Of course, the Green Ranger, he's not part of that. You get Goldar instead. I've heard that this is actually an exclusive figure to the line. It is something that you can't buy on its own. I don't know. I have to maybe do a little research and double check that. I've heard some people say that the only way to get this Goldar figure is through the essentially the 6-pack that you get, and you still have to buy the Green Ranger separately. His colors don't really match them because this is a metallic color finish on them, which honestly, unless you're like, you can see it a little bit on camera here with Jason and the red, a little bit with Billy and blue, but the others not so much. I mean, at least in my opinion. So I guess we'll just have to see if really getting this set just to get Goldar is absolutely worth it. There is a cool little gimmick with this guy for sure, and I'm not a huge fan of the scale, but let's just take a look at all of them, their face sculpts and the weapons that they come with, and we'll find out if maybe this is worth adding to your collection. All right, so first up, we're gonna have a look at Billy as the Blue Ranger, and I really like the way this blue came out on him. It looks really good. The blue is one of my favorite colors, as is red, and then purple is actually like one of my favorite colors, believe it or not. They all come with their own blade blaster and the actual blaster itself, and they all come with their signature weapons. They are like a bendable vinyl, I guess. I'm not really sure what exactly material this is. Billy's actually comes apart in 2 pieces right here in the middle, but I put it together just to show you that they can hold their weapons. I'm not a huge fan of how small the hands are. You have to really move the fingers out of the way to get his power lance in his hand. You can see a very, very tiny power coin right there in the center. You can't really make out what it is, but at least you know what it is, right? At least I think so. The helmet looks okay, a little bit of detail. The eyes are not painted up here. The back side of it, he's got a giant screw right here on the back, but that's just to keep the torso together, I guess. I don't know. The side view here, looks all right. All the inner workings for the head morph is actually inside here, and theirs actually works different from the girls, from Kimberly and Trini as well. So let's do a quick flip of the head to show you. And honestly, I was quite surprised. This actually looks a lot like David Yost. It's pretty crazy how close they got it. I know it's weird saying that because these is actually just a kid's budget line of figures. I don't like these more than the original Automorphin figures we have. Whether it's the originals or like the Bandai Legacy Collection re-releases. I'm still missing 2 of those, blue and yellow. But anyway, I will get those. I'll have a full set of those shortly, I hope. So there's Billy. He doesn't look that bad, to be honest. There's not a huge amount of detail. At least the eyebrows are painted, the eyes are painted, the hair is like a brownish color here. And basically what you do is you turn around the back here and you flip this and the head flips around automatically, which is pretty cool. It works for what it is. It's quick, and that's, you get that effect of them morphing into their Ranger forms. So we're going to move on to Tommy with the Green Ranger, and I'm going to show you guys how he looks in comparison to everyone else. So let's just put Billy off to the side here. Let's get Tommy. Now, I had to actually buy this separately because the Green Ranger does not come with the Automorphin Battle Pack. He is not included in that set. Hence, his paint job is actually different from the others. He is not a metallic. His is just a flat green color. He does have the shield. The arms look really weird when they turn because the whole shield kind of like goes with it. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think of that? It just looks odd to me. At least he's got the gold straps here. I've seen some figures in the past, they don't actually put the gold straps on the arms. So I guess that's a plus. Here you've got the Dragon Dagger. Looks pretty good. There's no black or anything on here. I think the original actually has some black painted on here, but at least we got some gold and then the silver finish around the blade itself. Doesn't look too bad. He does come with the blaster and a blade blaster as well, although I don't ever recall him using any of those when he was the Green Ranger. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys recall that, or if you remember seeing it on an episode, because I sure as heck don't. Here's the bottom part. At least they got the boots correct too. Unfortunately, this is just green. It's not gold. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be gold around the top of the boot here. There's the backside. Same as Billy. He's got a screw right here. And let's flip the head. And yeah, that looks like a pretty generic JDF. You know, it looks not as, I mean, honestly, it doesn't really look as good as any other figure that's ever come out. I like Billy's face sculpt a lot better. He's very pasty face, and it just, I don't know how to explain that. It's the only way I can really explain what they did to him. They did give him the green headband, which is pretty cool. His hair is on the back here. It does tie off in the back. The shield, looks all right. Again, I don't want to feel like I'm just complaining about these figures, because I understand what I was getting into when I bought them. So I don't know. They don't look as good as the originals. I don't know why that doesn't even make any sense to me, but here we are. So let's flip it around again. Oh, the helmet, it actually does have a little red jewel here. The eyes are not painted in black, but at least he's got some silver paint around where the teeth are for the Green Ranger Dragon Zord helmet. Looks pretty good. All right, let's move on to Trini as the Yellow Ranger. Now, mind you, these are the Season 1 characters. There's no Adam as the Black Ranger. There is no Rocky as the Red Ranger. It is the original crew that started it all. So you've got Trini here. The female bodies are extremely different from the male bodies. And I thought that these figures were broken because I took Kimberly out of the packaging first before I took her out. And I thought that the Morphin head was broken on this. You can see the Sai got a little bit of yellow, and there's some silver paint on there as well. And once again, you've got the blaster here. She also comes with the blade blaster. They each get their weapons, so you don't have to worry about that. Silver teeth and a little silver nose there. No eyes painted. On the back side, you've got 3 screws here. One here, here, and here. The heads work differently on them. I'll just show you. So when you flip this, nothing happens. That is because for some reason in the female bodies, and I think it's just because of lack of room inside here where the mechanism works, you have to manually flip the head around. So there's her head sculpt. Yeah, it's all right, I guess. Definitely not my favorite. Her eyes look a little derpy, unfortunately. She does have black hair, a little bit of red lipstick, pasty face for the face sculpt. I'm sure some modders out there can fix that and make her look a lot better. I saw them do it with the Super 7 figures, and honestly, for the price of each of these figures, I can't complain what the faces look like, considering what we all paid for the Super 7 Ultimates versions, and those were not great. I have all of them. I do not put the human non-transformed heads on my figures. I leave them all in the morph form, so there's that. Unfortunately, the front, you see the giant ball joint they've got here. I should probably show some of the flexibility of these figures, their articulation, and it's not really there. I mean, there's that. You get that much leg movement. There is no ankle pivot. You can turn the foot. That's it. You've got an elbow that does 90 degrees, so I guess that's all right. You can spin the wrist around, and the arms go straight up. So wait, there we go. So they get a little stuck because of the paint application. I will make mention, though, for sure. Right in here, inside, you can see where her hair has been scraping on the inside of this, simply because the heads are the same size as the males. And whenever her head flips around, you get this black paint transfer. So just be aware of that. It may not bother some people. It doesn't really bother me. I just thought I'd point it out. So basically, now she's in her unmorphed form, and when you flip it back, it does work. So again, I think it's just inner workings with these. There's not enough room to fit all the mechanism like there is on the male characters. So just an FYI. And it was made that way. I looked at the instructions, and it tells you have to manually flip the heads around for the girls. So you just have to live with it. Oh God, I dropped everything. All right, next up we have Jason as the Red Ranger. And his looks pretty good. I don't like that the head on mine is stuck sideways. If you guys have this issue with the head kind of tilted off to the side, you can't turn the head. There is no articulation for turning the head, so mine is permanently stuck, giving you the I'm a confused animal look. I don't know if cats do this, but my dogs definitely do this when they want something or if they're confused. Unfortunately, my Red Ranger is stuck like that. So the metallic finish on this guy is really nice. I'd probably say that this is probably my favorite in terms of how the metallic look turned out. And yeah, it looks great. The power sword, it's just red handle and hilt, and then the blade itself is silver. There's a little bit of detail on it. can't, I don't know if, I mean, yeah, the little lines right here, but I think the rest of this up here is just kind of, it's lost because of how small this is and how, you know, just, there's not much detail into it. My Blade Blaster, unfortunately, suffered the I've been stuck in the packaging too long look. I'm sure I could fix this if I just flatten it out with some hot water and just hold it there for a bit. But again, they all get both of these. They get this and this. And you can't really see much of the coin. I think they're all the same. They're just painted gold. Backside here, he's got the one screw, just like the male characters. Flip the head, and yeah, that looks like, let's say that looks like Jason. Not as much detail. I mean, honestly, so far, Billy's probably got the best face sculpt out of all of them that we've looked at so far. But there's Jason in his unmorphed head form. Again, you can't turn this head either, so you just have to live with him staring at you endlessly. But I like the paint job. This one came out probably the best in my opinion. So you flip it around, flip it this way, flip it this way. Looks pretty good. So we'll move on to Zach, the Black Ranger, the Mastodon Ranger. And he's got his power axe. Looks pretty good. Again, it's missing a little detail here. I think it's supposed to be silver, and I think even silver here on the blade itself. The helmet looks all right. There's not a whole lot of detail up here, but at least they painted the tusks silver. His Blade Blaster is actually straight. He's got his blaster here in the holster. His finish came out pretty good too, I would say, for you know, just for the Black Ranger. His legs are really goofy. I think all of them actually are. Their knees are warped in a way, at least on mine. I don't know if you guys have this problem, but I can't get upset because they all stand. They really do. They stand pretty good. All of their feet are perfectly flat for the most part. Just like the others on the back, you've got the screw in the butt here on the diaper part. I'm just going to call it that. Sorry, guys. Flip his head around. He looks all right. His is pretty detailed, I would say. It looks like Zach, I guess. I mean, you know, again, we're not buying these for the details. They just look pretty cool on the shelf. You probably put it next to the Playmates Megazord, which I've already done a review on, so you guys should definitely check that out. I like that Megazord way more than I thought I would, and since then I have grown into 4 different Megazords from 4 different lines for Power Rangers, which is pretty insane. So, but yeah, he looks pretty good. There is a slight different shade of the metallic black up here where his head is. I don't know why, but I don't know if you can catch it on camera. This looks a little bit more grayish, whereas this is more black here. So let's flip his head back around. And yeah, looks pretty good. He doesn't have that I'm a confused dog look like Jason did, so I'm totally cool with that. All right, let's move on to Kimberly. Let's put him over here. Kimberly's right here. And yeah, it's the Pink Ranger. She's got the same body type as Trini, the Yellow Ranger. She's got the skirt, of course. And you can't see the screw on the butt here, only just on the back of the shoulders. And yeah, you can't really move her legs up either because the skirt blocks the movement. So you can only bend the knee at a 90 degrees. Flip. You can turn the ankle to the side. The bow doesn't really have anything to it. There's no string or anything. To be honest, I don't really care for the string because I had issues with mine with my Super 7 figure. I didn't break the arrow. When I was taking it out of the packaging, it just snapped in half. I mean, yeah, I guess you could blame me for it because I was want to pull it out of the package, but still, I'm okay with not having a string on this. So you got the blade here. Again, mine's got a little bit of the crookedness from being in the packaging for too long. And just like Trini, we have to manually flip her head around. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Does that look like Amy Jo Johnson to you? Maybe. Mine's got this really weird gap. I don't know how to fix that. There's just no way to push that back together. So Trini does not have that. Let me show you again. She does not have that gap in between her shoulder and her chest, but unfortunately Kimberly does, and it's pretty obvious. If you look at it at the right angles, you can see light bleed. Hers isn't too bad. It's there, but it's not nearly as egregious as Kimberly's, unfortunately. So, but yeah, not as much articulation because again, she's got the skirt here. Her leg can only go up that far, which is pretty terrible considering that she's supposed to be a gymnast, and she can't even lift her leg past 45 degrees. So, but the paint job is pretty good. It's a nice metallic pink, which I'm totally cool with. And again, the face, it looks all right. She's got little silver earrings. They at least painted those on. Let me get that out of the way. Little painted silver earrings. Looks okay. And there you go. You can flip her head back around. Hopefully her bow doesn't fall. There you go. And there you go. She's the Pink Ranger. And now, last but not least, we have Goldar. And one thing that drives me nuts about this figure, he is not big at all. He is tiny. He is shorter than the females. Look at this. Last time I checked, I'm pretty sure Goldar, he towered above the girls, like at least, I would say about this tall in the show. So, yeah, just, I don't know, but I don't think this is worth it just to get Goldar. He is not to scale at all. I really wish that they would have made him slightly larger because he is supposed to be large and imposing, you know, but he's even way smaller than the guys. I mean, check this out. Look at that. Tommy could take him out. You just kick him in the face like, and then that's it. It's over, you know, so... Just a thought, just to let you guys know, Goldar does not scale with these figures that he came with in the packaging. So it's just a thought. He does come with a really, he's a pretty neat energy effect, which you can just kind of slide on and off. You don't have to leave it on there. It doesn't really stay on too well, unless I'm putting this on the wrong way. Tell me down below in the comments, guys, because that's the only way I figured out how this goes on here. His sword's got a little red jewel right here. The face looks pretty good. He's got the mean red eyes and the white teeth, the gold chin. He's got his hair in the front. He does have a pretty cool gimmick, which I'll show you right here. If you squeeze his legs, his wings do flap, which is pretty cool. This was reminiscent of a lot of older action figures back in the day when they had like karate chop action and stuff like that. Or if they had something like this on the back of them, you squeeze their legs and the wings just move back and forth. His tail is right here. It's tied up in the back. And that's really about it. You might have a better choice or a better chance of getting a better Goldar. I think it was, I want to say Lightning Collection did a Goldar figure. He looked pretty cool. I never picked him up. I wasn't really into the toy line back then. I liked the Legacy stuff better. But, you know, if you find him on clearance or something, then definitely pick him up. As far as I know, this is the only way to get this Goldar figure from the Playmates line. You have to buy the Morphin Battle Pack, unfortunately. It's a $60 pack. You get 6 figures. You're basically paying for all of them at 10 bucks a piece, but you get them all in one convenient package. You don't have to go and search for every single one of them, even though the flat painted ones are all over the place from what I've seen. So, but yeah, he looks pretty good. I can't really complain other than the scale. It drives me nuts. I don't like it at all. He's just way too short. I mean, look at this. Okay, so what do you guys think of the Morphin Battle Pack? I mean, they look okay. They look pretty good together. I'm not going to lie. It's like a giant bag of delicious candy, you know, all the different colors. And then you've got Goldar. He stands out the most because he's got the most detail, but also because he's the shortest of all of the characters here. You know, it is what it is. You get a Goldar figure, so that's pretty cool. There's not a whole lot of Goldars out there other than, I think, like I said, the Lightning Collection did one. I don't know if we ever got one from the Legacy Collection when Bandai had the license for the toys. So I guess take that as a win. I wish that you could buy him separately, but then I wish they would have put Tommy in there instead with a metallic green finish. That would have been really cool. Who knows? We might even get one in metallic green. Who knows? It'll match his shield, you know? So, but other than that, what do you guys think of this Morphin Battle Pack? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and so good to be back from my miniature vacation. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one. Later.